Just a day after US President Donald Trump said that he was not happy with Russia bombarding Ukraine, the United States has now reiterated its call for a ceasefire and an end to this war. Speaking at the United Nations, the US condemned the April 4th strikes on Ukrainian president's hometown of Kryvyi Rih.
We urge the Russian Federation to bear in mind that strikes like those on Kryvyi Rih and executions of prisoners of war have the potential to damage peace efforts and all dependent discussions. The April 4th missile strike further underscores the need for an end to this devastating war, and we will ultimately judge President Putin's commitment to a ceasefire by Russia's actions. This war must end. We will have no patience for bad faith negotiation or violation of commitments.
The US also slammed China for supporting Russia in the war after two Chinese nationals were allegedly caught fighting for Russia in Ukraine.
The world is watching the war and its outcome very closely. China is certainly watching. If we allow Putin to use force to achieve his aims, it will not go unnoticed. It's Ukraine today, it could be East Asia tomorrow.
Ukraine called out Russia for being an obstacle to peace and slammed Putin's actions.
With these barbaric attacks against Ukrainian civilians and children, Russia demonstrates its complete disregard for international peace efforts led by the United States. Russia shows unrelenting will to continue its war of aggression against Ukraine. Let us keep it in perspective. Moscow has not moved 1 inch away from its genocidal and maximalist war aims. Russia continues to focus on elimination of Ukraine as a state and Ukrainians as a nation. It is now crystal clear that Russia is the major and only obstacle to peace.
The strikes on April 4th on Kryvyi Rih killed 20 people, including 9 children. On the 10th of April, US and Russia will now hold talks on restoring some of their embassy operations that have scaled back following Moscow's invasion of Ukraine.
On April 10th, U.S. and Russian delegations will meet for a second time in Istanbul to try to make progress on further stabilizing the operations of our bilateral missions. So that is happening in Istanbul.
Next week, the Ukraine Defense Contract Group, a summit of 50 countries, will meet in Brussels to coordinate military aid for Ukraine. U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth will attend the meeting virtually. Meanwhile, NATO is increasing its defense power to fight this war. On Tuesday, Italy donated a military ship to Albania to help the country reinforce its army, increase patrolling of its coastline and intensify its participation in NATO missions.